Hello, I'm Dawn from Clara James Tutoring, and this video today is about simplifying terms, or sometimes it's called collecting like terms. So let me share my screen with you. Okay, so for what I'm going to do is give you a few examples that you can then hopefully apply when you get given questions. These are normally 1 or 2 mark questions, and they're normally found towards the beginning of the paper. So I'm suspecting most people will find it quite easy, but if you don't worry, it's one of those things that eventually will click. But the first example I've got for you here is a plus a plus a. So what you could do is instead of visualizing these as a's, perhaps think of them as apples or something. So I've got, oops, that's an apple, another apple, and another apple. So how many A's or how many apples do I have? My answer would be 3A. I've got 3 apples. Okay. Same logic could be applied for this. This time I've got 2 A's, so I've got 2 apples. Apple and another one. And this time I've got a banana to go with my 2 apples. Okay, that's a banana. Okay, so what do I have? I have 2 apples and a banana. So I've got 2 A's plus 1 B. Okay. Another way of looking at these is what I can do is you can see here I've got everything color coordinated, and it just makes it easier to see, to clump things, especially as the answer or questions get longer like this. So for example, I've got an A, another A, a B, a minus A, a plus 2A, and a minus 3A. Okay, so we'll look at the B's in a moment, but what I've got here is 1, 2, 3. Take an A, so that takes me back down to 2 A's, plus another 2 A's, so that gives me 4 A's. And now I'm going to take away 3 A's, so that leaves me with 1 A altogether. Okay, 1, 2, 2, oh, 1, 2, 3, take 1, 2, plus 2, 4, take 3, 1 A. Okay, so that's my A's sorted. Now I've got my A's. I've got 1 B, 2 B's, 3 B's. So my total answer, I've got 1A plus 3 B's. Another way you might want to do it is, so that would be, if we were using the examples from previously, that would be 1 apple and 3 bananas. Another way you might want to do it is, instead of color coding, is to put all my A's maybe in circles. That's my A's, so I can look at those first. So that gives me 1, 2, 3 A's, take an A, 2 A's, plus 2 A's, 4 A's, take 3 A's, so that gives me 1 A. And then I'll put all my B's in a square. So 1, 2, I've got 3 B's. So my answer would be A plus 3 B's. Okay, so that would be those first three examples. Another question you may come across is something more like this, and that would be A times A. So this time, when you're multiplying letters, or this would be similar to doing, say, 2 times 2, if I was to give those a value. And another way to write that would be to write 2 squared. Okay, and so this is the same. I don't have 2 A's anymore. I've times A by itself, so I've got A squared. Okay, this is getting a bit harder now, so this is a bit more difficult to understand. This time I've got A, whoops, that's an A times another A. So this time I've times A by itself 3 times, which I've times A by itself 3 times. Okay. So again, if I'd used numbers as an example, I would have gone perhaps 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which would be the same as writing down 2 times 3 or 2 to the power of 3. Okay. And then looking at this bottom one, I've got an A times another A times another A. So I've got A cubed because that's exactly the same as I had here. I've times A by itself 3 times, and then I've also got a B. So I'll pop a B here. As a general rule of thumb, when you're doing algebra, you don't use the multiplication sign because it could be mistaken as another X. So your answer would be written like this. And the odds are this would have been written A, this would have been written A, and this one would have been written, oops, A, B, A. Okay, so you don't generally write the multiplication sign. Let's have a look, see what we've got next. Okay, slightly different. I think this is actually supposed to be a squared plus a squared. It just hasn't copied over, plus a squared. Okay, so this time I've got 1a squared here, another a squared here, and another a squared here. So altogether I've got 3a squareds. Okay, and a b. So we keep them separate. Okay, and this one in the same way, I've got a 3. There's no a attached to that. It's literally just a 3. And then I've got 2 a's here and another 4 a's here. So I've got 6 a's altogether. And then I've also got a 3. Okay, so my answer would be 3 plus the 6 a's. Because I've got 2 a's here, 4 a's here. I've got 2 a's plus 4 a's means I've got 6 a's in total. And then I've also got the random 3. So my answer would be 3 plus 6a. And I'm hoping there's one more that says, no, there isn't. What I wanted to say, but it's not written down on here, but is important to say, is actually, let's go back to this page. When you've got something like this, or no, sorry, let's go back to this one. If I was to have a question which was a squared plus a plus a plus b, don't match my a squareds with my a's, because imagine this is my gravy, this is my orange juice, and this is my custard. Individually, they're all really nice, but I wouldn't mix them because they would taste disgusting. So keep everything kind of like in its own categories. B's would stay by themselves. Numbers, isolated numbers would stay by themselves. A's would stay by themselves. A squareds would stay by themselves. Means you may end up with a longer answer, but don't kind of like blend food or numbers or whatever, which just wouldn't mix. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Any questions, as always, please do ask. This is part of the revision email sequence, so with the revision sheet. So if you do have any questions, please respond to those emails. If you're watching it on YouTube, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Hope this has helped, and I will see you in the next video.